What is up, guys? Ep.23 here, and welcome to another installation of Anime Sundays. So today's topic is going to be a little different than stuff that I would usually do, and it does require a creative mind of mine to create something so mysterious. So today is actually going to be anime weapons that I would like. Now, this is actually completely different than what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, Mitchell, are you saying weapons you would like Kirito's sword or something like that? No, I'm actually saying if I could create my own anime weapon, what would it be? So I'm going to start off right on the back. It's going to be something that most of you will never guess. Like, you can put your comment now guessing what you think my anime weapon would be. Like, pause the video, write a comment, and then come back and see if you got it right. But in all honesty, my weapon's a little strange, but it's also unique and pretty mysterious in its own way. So an anime weapon that I would use as a weapon is actually a boomerang. Now, you're probably thinking, Mitchell, as you walk away from your screen, nope, come back, sit down, I'm not done yet. You're probably thinking, Mitchell, why would you want a boomerang as a weapon? Now, if you guys have ever played Dragon Quest, I don't know if it's in every single one, but the one that I played, which is my favorite game of all time, with the Jester, which is, I believe, the 7th or 8th Dragon Quest, I cannot remember the number. But in the game, you actually had a weapon that you could choose, which is actually a boomerang, and you could specialize it up to make unique attacks, and they actually did deal an insane amount of damage, and they were pretty useful because they could hit multiple enemies. So the main reason why I would want a boomerang, now, it wouldn't be a small one like they would use in the video game. It would actually be a little bit bigger, maybe about a foot or two. I don't really know how big it would have to be, but it'd be like, I'd have like a strap on my back so that way I could just, grab it and pull it out and use it. Now, other than it being a throwable weapon, I also wanted to actually obtain 2 daggers. Now, it'll actually have a split somewhere down the middle of the boomerang where I could actually break it in half and it becomes 2 daggers, which is the reason why the boomerang's the top parts, which, the parts of the boomerang, will actually be insanely sharp, meaning I could use it as a dagger. So I would have not only a boomerang, which could hit from long range, and it's also sharp, which could cut you in other ways, cut you, slice you up, whatever, but I could also break it in half and put it into 2 daggers, and I could also use it as a melee weapon to actually attack my opponents and get the advantage because they won't expect it. I could hit them from afar with my boomerang, and it'll come back, I could grab it, break it in half, or it'll have like a slot where I could, split it in half, and I could put it back together. But I could throw it, hit my enemy from a distance. Maybe, let's say there's an enemy on top with the bow or something like that. I'm thinking anime-wise, not, with guns and stuff. I'm thinking, medievalish sort of way in anime. So there's an enemy on top of a building. I could hit him with my boomerang and hit him, and then more people come towards me. So as soon as I hit him, it'll come back. I could switch into my double daggers, and then I could attack my opponents from a melee range. And then, let's say they knock me back, I could put it back together, hit him with my boomerang from a distance. So not only is it going to be a melee weapon, but it's also going to be a long-range weapon. Now, this other one also involves a little bit of creativity, and if I had a magic in anime, I could also change it into a bow. Meaning that if I had some type of magic, I don't know what kind of magic it would be, but it's some type of magic where I could actually make a string that becomes between the 2 ends of the bow, and I could make magical arrows, which I could also shoot out from the bow. So that way it could be 3 things. So not only can I have it as a boomerang, which I could throw and slice people with, but I could also have it into daggers, which is also a melee weapon, and into a bow that shoots magical arrows from a distance. So it could shoot even farther from the bow and arrow, because, the bow and arrow is going to have, some type of distance. It can't go on forever because, it'll just keep going. It'll have to come back to me. So, yeah, that's my anime weapon. I know it's a little strange, but I think it's pretty interesting, and if you guys remember, a while back I did The Fallen Star from episode 10. I'm not writing the story anymore, but I'm actually just working on characters and stuff, and actually my idea for this weapon actually came through from that, because one of the characters in my little story thing that I'm writing every now and then, that I'm working on, their weapon is actually going to be what I'm talking about. So that's kind of where I got it from, and I made it myself, and it was also a little bit of an inspiration from Dragon Quest, but I brought it way more differently than they had it in the game. So that is my anime weapon. Let me know down below if you would like your own anime weapon, or, creating your own. So let me know what you think down below, And other than that, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Also, so far 2 people have come back with the anime tag videos. That Anime Guy and John Mike 2012. They have both done their own videos. I'll put their links in the description. We're still waiting on Crunkus. Crunkus is almost done. I know he's going to be working with his, so hopefully it'll be out soon. So I can put all 3 links down below for the people that I tagged for that video. And other than that, my boomerang weapon is pretty beast, let's be honest. And yeah, that's really it, guys. So if you have enjoyed this Anime Sunday, if you have not checked it out already, we did the true ending of Ib today. Make sure to go check that video out. It came out a few hours ago, so make sure to go check it out, and you guys get to see the ending of that game. I got the true ending, meaning the actual like best ending of the game. So if you guys want to check that out, and it's also the first horror game I've ever completed on the channel, so that's another plus. But anyway, guys, that is it. This is Crazy Bitch 42, and I will see you all in another video. Bye.